Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have a bit of a different one for you. I am going to try and redo some of my background just because this unit looks so boring, but I need it to keep all my like craft supplies and stuff in. So I actually spoke about this a couple weeks ago and some people said to paint the boxes and I was like, that is a brilliant idea. I've seen some other creators do it on YouTube, some like random artsy channels, and then I've seen that Mariah Elizabeth had also done it, so I thought I would mention that I do know that she's done it. I'm just kind of doing this because I have the same kind of unit. I've actually had this unit since I was literally like 13, like that's like 12 years ago. That seems a little bit too long. So I thought I would paint my favourite Sanrio characters along like this 5. This unit is like 5 of these by 5. Like it's absolutely massive. And today I have brought you 3. So I'm really excited to share them with you. For the last 2 though, I am going to need a little bit of your guys' help. So if you have any Sanrio characters that you think I should paint on them, I'm thinking either like Pom Pom Purin, Kogi Moon, Gudetama, maybe My Melody. I don't know. Just let me know which are your favourite down in the comments. They're all too cute. I don't know. So yeah, let me know what your ideas are and I'm just gonna get stuck straight on into it. So once I had a load of paint popped into this little pot, like you see, mixy of the white and the blue acrylic. I just took a like real chunky brush and started painting away, just really chucking it on there, blending it into the fabric. I did wash these boxes very lightly before, but I mean that's still totally disgusting. But yeah, just cover up all that dirt. Don't need to see it, with some acrylic paint. I did the whole thing as a nice base first of all, and then I dropped my pattern. So for this particular design I wanted to do Cinnamon, just absolutely in love with them at the moment, just the character is so adorable. So I just sketched it out with a pencil really lightly and then lathered the whole thing up in a white acrylic. The white acrylic paint I'm using is a Pebeo brand. It's my favourite white acrylic. I will leave like this you know, information and stuff in the description, but I just painted it in white basically. Took 2 layers to make it really opaque, but we got there in the end. To do the outline I just mixed up this light brown shade and took a really thin paintbrush and just took my time. I spent probably about an hour doing this outline, I'm not gonna lie. Once I had the outline done, I then painted on the cute little face just by doing the outline with a pencil again and then going in with each individual colour. So I started off with a pale pink doing the inside of Cinnamon's mouth. Oh my goodness, so cute. And then I painted the cheeks and blush or whatever you want to call it in the same light pink shade as well. I then mixed up a slightly darker blue than like the background and I painted on the eyes as well as doing the outline around the mouth with that same brown shade. As you can see here, my strokes take me absolutely forever and in real time this took me around about 2 hours to complete in total. So moving on to the second box, this was just as dirty, if not even dirtier. Like I said, I just like kind of sponge washed it, like, you know, just ever so slightly, and the dirt wasn't coming off, so I painted the whole entire thing in this pale pink colour. I then drew out my outline of a little cat called, I think it's called Mew from the like it's basically, there's these characters on Sanrio called Mew Dreamy. I mean, look at them. They're just so adorable. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They are so cute. I'm new to the kind of franchise, but really loving it. And recently they've adapted it into an anime. I don't know. I'm just in love with this little cat, so I figured I was going to paint it. So that's what I did. I just drew out the outlines from a picture off Google and then just started painting away. So I did the whole thing in this like lilac colour. Oh my goodness, so adorable. And then painted in all the shadows with just the darker shade. I then just added the details in the shadows, you know, with that darker shade of lilac again, and then just went to town, painted on all the details. So I painted on all the dark bits in this like dark brown. It looks black on camera, but in person it's actually like a really dark brown. And yeah, just went all around with that little tiny paintbrush yet again, taking my jolly old time. This one here actually took me even longer than the last one. I think this box in total took me around about 3 hours, maybe 4, but I was having a great time, watching movies, murder mysteries whilst I was painting it, having a whale of a time. So moving on to the bow, this was probably the hardest part because I really suck at like painting on like checkered and like plaid and stuff. So I did like lines down and then painted them in the darker shade of pink and then just went in with the light pink afterwards, painting on like the checks. As you can see here with a tiny paintbrush, I just went back in, painting over some of those darker shades with that light pink, and it worked out really well. I'm really proud of myself. Can't believe it actually turned out how I wanted. Yeah, just really happy with that. So once the like plaid bit was done, I just moved on with the same tiny little paintbrush, carrying on that outline, taking my jolly old time, and yeah, just making it look really cute. I don't know, I'm so proud of how this has turned out. Like, what? I can't believe I did that bow. Anyway, for the little face, I just painted on little nose, little mouth, oh my god, in that same little cute purple colour, filled it all in, made it look adorable. The eyes at this point were kind of giving me the creeps a little bit, so I actually went back in with the white as seen on the original character, and then painted on like the cute little glossy bits, and that worked out perfectly. It stopped them from being so creepy, and it turned them into something so cute. The cutest bit on this one though is definitely the paws, like with the little stars on. Oh my god, just look at those little paws, so cute. I love paws so much. But for the third box, I couldn't actually flatten this one down because it was like welded together by some varnish that I had like, you know, spilled inside the box, so I couldn't flatten it. So I had to just paint it whilst it was still in place. Again, plenty of dirt to cover on this one. Just covered it up in this mint shade. It didn't really dry down to dark as I thought it would, so I actually went back in and painted it mint again. So I had 2 layers of background on this one. I then drew out my character like I did on all the rest, and then just started painting. So I did 2 layers of the white, and then I moved on with this pale yellow shade, just doing the little blanket. If you don't know who this is, I mean, let me introduce you to Mopu from Marumo Fubiori. Oh my goodness, this bear is adorable. It's so lazy again, has this little cute little blanket. It's just so cute, snuggled up. So yeah, that's what the yellow is. It's a little blanket around the cute little bear. It is adorable. So the blanket itself is in a pastel yellow with light blue little spots, and yeah, I had to paint that. It took me forever. I thought I was going to stamp it on with the end of the paintbrush. It didn't really work out, but I started in painting the outlines, and I realised that my hand started, you know, covering it up. So here's a little time lapse of how that went. This took me a good hour just to do that all the way around, but nonetheless, I did it. In the same medium brown shade, I just painted on the face. Oh my goodness, look at that. I painted on the tongue with this pastel pink shade, as well as the little paw. Oh, again, the belly button on this is adorable. It's just a little cross, so they did that in the same brown shade as with the kind of outline. To add the blush to Mopu, I just popped on some little dots, patted out with my finger, just blended it out to make it like not so stark, and then I just did the outline around the cute little paws, and this box was then finished. So this is the before, pretty doom and gloom, pretty dirty, pretty just not very nice. Then the 3 boxes have come into place and brightened the place up. So before and after, and before and after, and before and after. I just love how these 3 have turned out, and just cannot wait to do the other 2. So like I said previously, if you think you know what the other 2 characters should be, then just leave me a little comment, help a girl out. I just cannot decide because they're all so cute. Another quick thing I want to mention before I you know, do my outro, is that if your boxes feel a little bit rough, which they may do just because of, you know, acrylic, what you'll want to do is just take a piece of like light sandpaper and just give them a light little sand to sand off any of those grains. So you really want to feel your piece, and if it is rough in any places, just take some high grit sandpaper, as I am here, just give it a light sand and just sand it down. If you want to protect your piece, just give it a layer of Mod Podge or just some like clear lacquer, anything like that, and it should be good to go. But this is all I've done to mine, just left it with a light sand. So this is how all 3 of mine have turned out. We've got Cinnamora over here. Can you even see that? I don't even know. Let me take it out. Hold on, this is gonna be heavy. Actually, there's so much paint inside, but look at that. Isn't that adorable? And then we've also got the name I can never pronounce, but the little bear in his little blankie, and then Mew from Mew Cool Dreamy. I don't know, that Sanrio anime. Just love that little cow in there. think it's adorable. I'm gonna need help choosing the other two for that row. On here, I'm thinking about making display ones, like getting a shelf across there and putting like squishies and stuff on the display. I don't know, I think it'll be cute, I think it'll be a vibe. We might get there later on in the month, so if you haven't already, please do subscribe to stick around for my journey. I'm hoping to bring a room tour, like a craft room tour at the end of this month. Don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. If you do, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.